Welcome, secondary educators. This is the division algorithm. This helps us establish some of the arithmetic that we teach to young people. That's the goal of this screencast. Let's take a look at what the division algorithm is and how we prove that it is legitimate. This may or may not be familiar to you from Math 239 Introduction to Proof. If it isn't, then I'll teach it like you're seeing it for the first time. Given integers a and b with b not equal to 0, there exist unique integers q and r satisfying a equals q times b plus r, and 0 is less than or equal to r is less than or equal to the absolute value of b. We have to show that they exist. We have to show that they're unique. So there's usually a two-part process involved, and indeed there is here. I'm going to sketch the proof. So this is not a formal proof, but I'll sketch it. And the proof goes as follows. We consider the set of all numbers, let's call this set A. It's the set of all numbers of the form A minus B times K, where K is an integer. This A, this B, we take a look at A, and then we just keep subtracting multiples of B from A. That's what this set does. These are all possible R values. If there's going to be an R, it's going to come from here. How do we know? Because R is A minus Q times B. Choose the least positive R in A. There must be one. How do we know that there must be one? Well, if there wasn't a least positive one, well, we could keep subtracting B until we got one, but no. So then there's a question, would R satisfy this inequality? So let's ask that question. Could R be too big? Could it be outside of this interval? Well, if R is greater than or equal to the absolute value of B, then subtracting B gets you into the desired range after some number of subtractions. And if that happens, then it shows you that the R that you picked wasn't the least positive one anyway, right? Because we can, if R doesn't fall in this range, then subtracting B, if subtracting B puts you in this range, then the R you picked was not the least positive R in A anyway. So we establish the results. We establish that these things exist, these exist, there is a least positive R that exists, and it has to satisfy both the equation and the inequality. What does a division algorithm do? It lets us set up division. Why do we call these Q and R? Because Q is the quotient that you're familiar with from when you were young, and R is the remainder that you're familiar with from when you were young. So this is an important theorem, and it leads us into something even more important, and that follows in the next video.